We are at the Treasury. Awesome, isn't it? So guys, I'm going to take you on a tour. I'm going to show you many things here. And I'm going to show you the two entrances, the one coming from the sea and another coming from the other side. This is very amazing. So thanks for coming on the journey. We're going to do many things here in Petra, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Here we are at the Treasury, and I'm going to show you some things here, a little bit about the Nabateans. And the first thing I want to draw your attention to is this structure is very unique here. You see where you have the circle, and you see they have the point. Throughout Greek and Roman architecture, you never have this. You have things like this, okay? But one of the things I want to point out here is if you just look at this here, take a moment and just look at that and see what it reminds you of. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this structure. It's actually exactly like Wall Street. Now this is called the Treasury, okay? And the reason for that is up here is a shape like an urn, and it was believed that there was treasure in this thing, all right? But, you know, they took rifles and shot at it, and of course there's nothing in it. So many of the things were shot at and destroyed in this structure, like this one. When we look at this here, I apologize for the quality, but there was a statue, there was something here, but it was shot at, again, to see if there was, you know, treasure in it. But I'll show you and superimpose Wall Street, and you'll see it actually forms the same structure, and it has a statue here identically. So this is also the first thing you see as you enter. I'm going to show you two views of the entry into this area. But one of the things, we'll take a look here. You'll see that this is all kind of dug out. So let's take a closer look, and we'll see this area. So as it's called a treasury, it's just a name in Arabic to look at this area in terms of what was in it, okay? Well, what they did is the Jordanians dug out below. Now here below you can see some of the structure that they found by doing subsurface radar, okay? And here is another entrance. Now this entrance obviously is below. Inside is a large room and some other rooms. We can't really go in there, but down here they found tombs, okay? They found 13 skeletons. So that's why they will say that this is this whole mausoleum is a tomb, which is so because they've clearly found that. But when you enter this, it's also I believe a treasury room is a good name and description of what we have here. And you can see in the United States, as we look at these columns, as we look at the architectural structure here, the United States copied this, just like the United States also copied Egypt. And they also copied and put the pyramid on the US dollar. I believe, I forget what currency, I haven't had US dollars in a long time, but the Treasury in the US also forms this structure. The number of pillars may be different, but again, the architectural structure of this triangle piece, it's very Roman, of course, but basically what happens, guys, is people in the United States became Babylon, and what they did is they stole and copied and counterfeited other kingdoms, okay? And this is an example of it that's very Eastern, okay? And though this is, you know, obviously Petra, you know, you have strong Roman influences by some of the gods here and other things, many of the things that are within this architectural structure, okay? But there's things unique here, right? But there's things afterwards that, for example, the United States copied this treasury room. We have a side view of the treasury room, and if we look in here, these are the other rooms that are inside here. And again, we have the pillar structure and everything else. Very, very amazing, guys. When you do this, when you would walk to this area, this also would have been a place that travelers would have come, and they would have been greatly impressed by this structure to show that the people here, the Nabateans, their wealth and prosperity and control of the major trade routes of frankincense and myrrh throughout all the areas in Europe and to get the frankincense and myrrh. Here's another view, and here you can see the when you're facing it on the right side entrance room, and then here we have a view of the area of the tombs below. I believe it was like 2003 this was excavated, and they found many amazing things in these tomb areas. Okay guys, here we have the structure here of a common Nabatean structure. As well, I'm going to show you versions of this that are underneath in Wall Street. But there's a few influences we're looking at. The steps have to do with influences from Syria, but they also represent like spiritual steps of ascension. So these are clearly structures very, very marked here in Petra. And again, I'm going to show you those as in the subway station below Wall Street. So clearly there are things in here that were copied in Wall Street. I think there's a few of these, so I'll be showing you a few. Guys, now we are at the Petra Church. And we can see here a little bit of the structure. And we have here a little history. It's saying the 5th to 7th century AD. And this Petra had a great earthquake. And after this, this church is called a Byzantine church, was built. This is the area of what it looked like. And so, guys, this is amazing. This is a testimony of early believers here in Petra. Okay, so let's take a look. We can see some of the Nabatean architecture, and things were maybe repurposed and built upon other structures that were here. Maybe some of the documentation says it was from damaged facilities in the earthquake. But guys, this is a witness and a testimony to the believers here in this area, okay? And this would have been a building and facility of early believers, pre-Islamic, okay? And here we can see they're building their structure. So if you followed along, I can also put links in the description field of other ancient churches like we showed you in Ethiopia and the Coptic church in Egypt. Guys, these are witnesses and testimonies and memorials. This one, I believe, guys, is a baptismal site here, or something of the like. I actually didn't read everything. You're coming along with me, but this is amazing. You know, these are memorials that prayers of the saints rise. Oh, it is a baptismal. Here we go. Baptistry constructed. And this is what it may have originally looked like. So this is a witness, a memorial. We've been doing the memorial, the zikron, and explaining that. Okay, for example, like this cross-like structure, we've shown you before that in Ethiopia and in other places. Okay, so what's happened is there appears to be some excavation here underway, and I don't think I can go into this main area here. But guys, this is right here in Petra. See if I can give you a little panoramic view of where we're looking at. There are many structures here that are, okay, we can go in. I'm gonna go inside here, one sec. Okay guys, I've read a little bit about the description of what we have here. So let's take a look together. I haven't actually looked at this ahead of time, but we have many mosaics in this in this room. So this is what we're looking at here, and you can see it's protected, and they're preserving these mosaics in this church. We have things like kind of repurposing of various columns and various things. But let's take a look together here, guys, at these mosaics. They describe many things of life and you know, kind of plants and animals and people. Like and there's symbolic things like this is a man with an urn. This is like a peacock. There's many interesting things. Now the one, there's a few of them. We have like things like kind of like warthog kind of things, peacocks, rabbits, you know, donkeys, again, urns and various vases. Okay. And let's see, walk around. And there's a few of them here like elephants. So many of these things would have been seen and known. And here we have an eagle. So what I believe what is going on here is the early believers are actually drawing out, like, actually this is interesting. They talked about a spotted camel, which as far as I know doesn't necessarily exist now, and there's a few of them. But let's see if we can find some of the things more in symbolic nature. So this appears to be kind of like a pulpit. So that's one side, and then here is the other side, okay? And you can see that's very nice, ornate things. Now, this is the thing right here I want to point out is this right here. In the early church, guys, they recognized and they memorialized wisdom. I'm not certain, but I believe that's what we're looking at here. And I just wanted to point this out. This is wisdom in Proverbs. Wisdom is also the woman clothed with the sun. Now, what happened is later on the church corrupted this and made this Mary and the Queen of Heaven and various things. But here, even here, we have, you know, these kind of like, you know, depictions. So you have an eagle, another woman, and, you know, many of these things. Now, some of them you can see have been, you know, damaged, like this one, and so they were removed and maybe assembled as, you know, art or something. But I don't know how to read this, but that's what we have with some of these. So what I'm pointing out, guys, is these are memorials. You know, we have many of the things, like you can see here we have an ox, again, man with bows. I don't know if that's Orion. But these are kind of like depictions and things of signs, okay? Lion, ox, man, eagle, the signs, okay? In fact, this one here, zoom just a little bit, I'm not sure if that's a horse or a lion. I don't know. But if it's a lion, that's cool, because now we have lion, ox, man, eagle. We have fish. We have many things. So this is this church at Petra, okay? And let's take a look here. I'll give you a whole panoramic view. You can see they're covering it and preserving it. But again, guys, these are memorials and testimonies of our fellow believers, the early church. This would have been around 4th, 5th, 6th century. This facility was made. Outside, that's just where we were inside, and here is a well in the center here, and here's another open like courtyard area of this church at Petra. Again, a Byzantine church. Very, very amazing. As another view, this is the outside of the church there, and I want to show you this location because this is right in Petra. Now there's many things, many types of monuments and tombs and temples and all kinds of stuff here, guys. There's all kinds of stuff here. It's like one location of, so much human history. It's amazing, amazing, amazing place. But with all the human history and all the different things here in Petra and temples and all this, I just think it's amazing that we have a ecclesia. We have an assembly of testimony of believers. So that's one of the things here in Petra I want to emphasize as we, as we also look at some of the other sites and the symbolic meaning of this place. Okay, guys, we're here at a place called Musa Spring, and Musa is for Moses. And guys, the story and the legend, which I actually believe to be true, is that this rock here and this spring, which I'll show you, you can see just where it's entering from the rock, is in fact one of the springs of the children of Israel. Okay? Now the general area where I'm in is called Wadi Musa, and it's up on a mountain above Petra. Okay? But this is amazing. There may have been 2 Meribahs. Okay, so Meribah is a place of strife, this spring of strife. So this may have been one of those rocks that Moses struck, and the water came out. Now this, to this day, is feeding the water all the way to Petra. It's one of the water sources that would have fed into the great city of Petra. Okay. So I just wanted to show you this and show you this rock, give you a sense of the scale of it and everything. Down below of this rock is an actual place where the water source is coming from. But I'm going to show you right here this nice clean water. This is great drinking water. There's nothing wrong with it. Many of the people come here and get this water, guys. So, in fact, I'm here also getting water. But this is amazing. This is a spring, guys. This is a witness and testimony to Moses. And this water is good. In Revelation 7 it says, he who is thirsty, come and drink from the fountains of water, fountains of living water. You guys, this is living water. So if we're thirsty, let us come to the waters, guys. And so this is, again, an amazing testimony of the children of Israel being on the other side. Okay, so this is up on the mountain of Petra. This spring, guys, is just like the temple. It feeds all the way down. There's trees, there's fruit growing in this desert fed by this spring going all the way down to Petra, where we showed you many of the sites. So guys, we're going to have some more, but isn't this amazing? I hope you appreciate the content and everything we're sharing in these messages, guys. We're in the promised land, and in the promised land is water. So just to show you, here's where it's feeding out. Below this whole complex is where the water actually comes from, but they've protected it and guarded it as it goes out. And I'll show you outside what it looks like. So here's where it feeds from the outside of the building and goes down, feeds here, goes underneath. There's a shop just right here. And then this trough, this is this water, guys. If you can see it. And it goes all the way down, the mountain to all the way to Wadi Musa. Okay, guys, after that spring, now we're in a place where other springs lead into the city, into Petra. And this is a place that's kind of off the beaten path. It's a spring. There's many of these like that, where the sandstone material that you see, over time, both the wind and the water has cut into the mountain these grooves. It's a very, very amazing thing to see. And I hope you enjoy this footage. And guys, I appreciate you listening and watching. And I hope that the things I'm trying to show here is this beautiful, beautiful cathedral of nature, of Abba created this. And in this journey that, I'm walking here, I want you to see yourself walking in your own journey through these ways, these ancient paths of going into the promised land, your own spiritual journey. And while I'm doing this, guys, and on this, I believe that we are, this is what we're doing. We're seeing here, I'm showing you beautiful flowers and plants, this desert in the wilderness, these streams, okay? We had the living water streams flowing into the city, just like we see in Revelation. So I hope that with what I'm showing you here in the footage, that what you're seeing is your own spiritual walk, your own journey. We're all on this. And as we do this, guys, there is a teaching, and it's possible that some of you may ask me, Leland, I've heard that the 144,000 go into Petra in the last days. Okay? Now, I'm here in Petra. I'm showing you this journey. I'm doing this. But I do not believe that teaching. I do not believe that doctrine is so that, everybody should do one thing. Guys, this journey, this thing I'm showing you, we're all on. And you're on it wherever you're located. Okay? And we want to be cognizant of what the Lord said. He said, take heed that someone says, go here, the Lord is here, the Lord is there. Guys, the Lord is wherever you're at, okay? But he does say to come out of Babylon. And so as we're in this journey, we're in this wilderness, we're in this promised land, we're coming out of Egypt, we're coming out of Babylon, we're coming out of the system, okay? And that's what I hope you can see here. You can see this is amazing. The water has cut these grooves. It's even as I'm holding the camera and walking through, it's very difficult to do. But look at this. It's amazing the way the water has cut through here. The wind has cut through with the sand. It's an extraordinary place. Most tourists don't come here, but it was a great thing for me to do, and do as a representation of what God is doing. He's bringing us out of Babylon, okay? So it's not necessary for you to go to an actual location, is what I'm trying to say. That being said, I will share in some notes some prophecies related to this place. Essentially, where we are is in the middle kind of section of the nation of Jordan. There are things in the many things here in the scriptures. So very close here is the mountain that Aaron died on. Okay, there's other things I've showed you where the children of Israel were in this area. Okay, when they crossed, okay, and wandered in the wilderness. So this is like a wandering in the wilderness. This footage I'm showing you guys. But they're that being said, the Lord may say to you to, look, pack up your bags and go. Pack up your bags and go to a specific place. And, of course, I encourage that, but I also want to caution you. Like here, you can see, as we enter this area, this is a place of gods, all right? The Nabateans didn't always do statues and things like that. Their gods were like blocks and figures, okay? But this is exactly what the Lord said to, children of Israel, that the land is good, right? But the 10 spies saw it and said, oh, there's gods, there's Nephilim, there's problems. Well, so what? God still said what he said. It didn't matter if it was easy or difficult. We enter the promised land. So here we are, we're opening up, we're leaving that narrow passageway, and then you can see it opens up. And as it opens up, guys, what's amazing is the Bedouins still live here. And if you look closely towards the center of the screen above the flowers, you can see a green door. They're living there. But guys, the notion of you, most of you are Americans on my channel, and the notion of you living in caves like this, it's just not going to happen. Let's just be honest. You guys want your nice, comfy things, and look, there's beautiful things here, but
you know, the idea that thousands of people, 144,000, are going to come from all over the world and live in caves like this, uh, I just don't see it happening, guys. You know, God can do anything. I could be wrong about that. You know, I'm here, but the political circumstances around this area, it's going to be very, very difficult uh, for that to happen. And I do see prophecies related to people coming to areas like this. And here, now what we're doing is, guys, when I went the different entrance, this is a different entrance into the treasury room, okay? Because I came into this area through that stream. It's not the common place, but now you can see all the tourists and everything else. And as I'm walking, I know I'm about to enter this and see the treasure room. I can just tell by the activity of the people and the excitement and everything. And I have great excitement here too. So that's why I'm shooting this and sharing it with you, because as we come right here, this is the first time I saw the treasure room. Looking with
Here
you,
we
I'm
are,
showing
guys,
it
at the
with you here,
treasury
and
room.
it's a very, very
You're seeing
amazing
it when I'm
journey.
seeing it.
And you can see the blue lights. It's
There it
like,
is.
you know, it's like the glory of the Lord is shining. So, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. Um, you know, comment and share. I'll have many, many more things on stuff like this, guys. So thanks again. God bless you. These are the treasure rooms of heaven coming down on earth. To the kingdom of Isos Christians be all the praise and honor and glory forever and ever. Amen.